Father Pacwa. My question is about attending a wedding of a close family member.
Like Tracy earlier.
Yeah, so I heard the one about the son, and this is so this so they're not Catholic anymore, and they're not getting married in the Catholic Church. So my inclination is to not attend the wedding. But I guess I'm not sure if I'm not being, and I guess if that's where I am, is there a way to veritably say I don't feel comfortable again to two people that were baptized Catholic but no longer practice?
You know, here's one of the things that are they no longer practicing, or are they anti-Catholic?
No longer practicing.
Okay. And see, and that's an important distinction. You know, if they had become anti-Catholic, again, there's no way to attend that. You know, if someone who, for instance, might become a Jehovah's Witness, and they, they are very anti-Catholic, I'm not going to go to that, or some other group that's anti-Catholic. But here's, again, and this is where a certain amount of discernment exists. Is there a possibility of being with them as a lifeline to help reach out to them to bring them back to the faith? Or would it be perceived as your approval of them being outside the church? If it's perceived as you approving of them being outside the church, and it's okay with you, that's fine, then that would be wrong too. You don't want to be construed as supporting someone who has left the church. But at the same time, if there's an openness that you could reach out to them, then you might want to consider it. It's that kind of attentiveness to the circumstance that is this going to help them, come back to Christ and His church, or is it something that'll confirm them in being separated from the church? That's part of the issue. I think we have to discern. Does that make sense, Mary?
Yeah, no, that's very helpful. You're right, and that's a very helpful way for me to think of it. And then, do you think if I consider that it would be helpful for me to explain why?
Yes. Oh, that would. I mean, it would be rude not to. Don't you think?
Disagree. It says don't go there and just tell them we can come or something like that. But I was like, well, what we could nicely explain why.
Here, I can say, look. And this is the issue. This goes contrary to my conscience. I don't want to be unfaithful to what I believe in the depths of my conscience. This is the faith I would die for, and therefore I want to live for it. That would be, I think you can explain. And it's not a matter of starting an argument. It's a matter of saying, this is what my conscience tells me. And I don't want to just blow you off and ignore you. This is a question of conscience, and I can't contradict my conscience. I would, and I respect you, but this is something that is contrary to me. Does that help?
That helps so much. Thank you so much, God.
You're welcome. All right, let's